Good evening. We are live in the den on the campus of Beechwood High School in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, where we will be bringing you live play-by-play action of tonight's battle between your 4-1 Beechwood Tigers, led by Coach Eric Getz, and the 1-3 and struggling Newport Wildcats, led by Coach Rod Snap. Greg, one of our favorites.
Absolutely.
I am Mike Murphy. My partner tonight is the Councilman Greg Polgears. Our producer is the hardest working woman in Northern Kentucky sports radio, Katie Murphy, and we are the Beechwood Sports Radio Network. Greg, this past Friday night in the semifinals of the 9th Region All-A Classic here at the Den, the Tigers suffered a devastating loss to the St. Henry Crusaders. The loss ended any chance the Tigers and its coaching staff had of making a run at the State All-A Classic Championship next month in Richmond, a title that this staff definitely thought this team was capable of. For Coach Getz, his staff, this roster, but especially those 6 seniors, that was as tough as it gets as far as losses go.
Yeah, Mike, you hit the nail on the head. This is, emotionally, that game will take a lot out of these Tigers. It's something that they're gonna carry on their shoulders in this game tonight. I think a lot of people from Northern Kentucky would tell you the state championship in the All-A Classic was coming out of this 9th region.
No
this year.
doubt, no
so
doubt.
Who was it going to be, Beechwood or St. Henry? And unfortunately, St. Henry got the W there.
Yeah, St. Henry got the win Friday, and then they turned around and knocked off Holy Cross in the finals on Saturday, 58-54. They will advance to the State All-A Classic next month in Richmond. What we're going to do real quick before we talk a little bit about Newport, we're going to take a quick break for the National Anthem, and we'll be right back. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Boxcast to watch the Tigers tonight. We'll be right back. Go Tigers. And we are back here preparing for tip-off of tonight's 9th Region battle between your Beechwood Tigers and the Newport Wildcats. Greg, in terms of after a loss like that, the one thing you want to make sure of, and it's the gods of scheduling come into play with this, is that you have a game, get healthy game right after. And this should be a get healthy game tonight. Newport comes into tonight struggling at 1-3. They're only averaging 49 points a game while allowing 65 points a game. Defensively, they have been really throttled in the early going this season. They were beaten pretty handily by Newport Central Catholic in their season opener. They were beaten again soundly by Holy Cross, and then really beaten up by Bishop Rossert last week. Their only win, a 55-48 win over Ludlow. This Newport team is not the Newport team of the last couple of seasons. So now, obviously, you never know what you're going to get. Coach Knapp is a great coach. Even when he has teams that might not be as talented as years past, he will make sure that they are ready to compete. So you never know. But this should be a good get healthy game for the Tigers.
Yeah, Mike, you're exactly right. Coach Snap is a guy that has always been a hard-nosed coach, so you know Newport's going to come in here and play physical. You know, the flip side for Beechwood is, you know, I would be shocked if the Beechwood Tigers looked at any type of scouting report on Newport. I think at this point they're really focusing internally. You know, they probably watched a lot of the St. Henry game and said, okay, what can we do better? And now the name of the game tonight for the Tigers is emotionally. Where are they at emotionally?
Exactly.
So you got to make sure, you know, we're hoping that this team comes in. They're positive, they're sticking together. The team chemistry that we've raved about this season is still there.
Amen to that. Newport comes into tonight shooting only 36% from the field, 29% from three, and 64% from the free throw line. Not a very good shooting team at all.
Right off the bat, a beautiful alley-oop from Drow to Will Doughton.
That's just a great pass right there, Craig. What
sure
a look
was.
there by Scotty.
Tigers coming out. They're going 1-2-2, full court pressure. Trapping as soon as it comes across half court. Nelson gets it over to Snap. Snap gets into the big body.
I'm not sure who that is. Number 44, not on our roster.
44, not on our roster tonight.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
He's a load, though, Mike, inside.
Yes, he is.
Rolf with the ball. Gets over Cam Decker. Decker penetrates, pulls it back out, resets the offense. He likes his matchup, penetrates, kicks it to Doughton. Doughton pulls for three. Decker with the offensive rebound. Decker averaging 8 a game. Gets it right back to Doughton, who knocks down his second three. Mike, as you know, Will Doughton has been on fire this season, coming into this game at 57% shooting.
Absolutely. Nice to see him he's starting off hot tonight. But great job there by Cameron Decker with the board and the kick out.
Snap penetrates. Kicks it out to Nelson.
Newport led this year by senior Keandre Nelson, who's one of the best players in the 9th region, averaging 17 points a game coming into tonight.
Mike, I do not have number 2 on Newport on my roster.
That is Alex
either.
Green.
Alex Green.
Alex Green, yep.
34 on my roster. Tigers with the turnover, get it up to Droud. Droud fakes it to Doughton, goes strong, absorbs the contact. We have a blocking call. Basket is good. Sky Droud will go to line for one.
Nice job by Scotty right there. So Keandre Nelson comes in averaging 17 points a game for Newport. Alex Green, also a very solid player, a guard, the clear number 2 option behind Nelson. He can score at all 3 levels. He's not a creator the way Nelson is, but he can go on runs.
Simon Keating with the rebound for Newport off the Droud miss at the line. Gets it up to Nelson. Nelson penetrates. Euro step, puts it up with his left hand. Good, 7-4.
And there it is. There's the talent, finishing at all 3 levels. He's a great shooter and can finish right around the basket.
Cam Decker with the floater, no good. Read about by Keating.
Besides
Keating
Nelson,
up to Green. Green pulls it back out.
Greg, besides Nelson and Alex Green, there's not really a third option.
No,
now,
there's not.
They do have junior Evan Snap, the brother of Newport legend Ethan Snap, who is a really good shooter, but he hasn't really developed into much more than a shooter. Now, he has the potential to be a really good player as he develops. Right now, he's just a spot shooter. The rest of the team, athletic, hustlers, not necessarily great basketball players yet.
Droud penetrates, hands off to Rolf. Rolf over to Doughton on the right wing. Doughton goes right, spin move, kicks it out to Cam Decker. Decker back to back to Doughton. Doughton pulls from the corner, no good, rebounded by Nelson. Nelson decides to slow it down a little bit. Gets it up to Green. Green uses his string. Gets to 44. 44 over to Snap. Snap pulls for 3 and knocks it down. Tie game with 5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
And just an outstanding three-point shooter, so the Tigers are going to have to make sure he does not get those open looks.
Doughton over the Droud. Droud guard by Green. He goes strong, jump stop. Hard off the glass, no good. Off of Newport. Beechwood will take the ball out underneath their own basket.
Newport averaging around 5 3-pointers a game. They're only shooting 29% from beyond the arc, but the one thing we've seen in years past, you don't want to give Newport, you don't want them to start out hot from the field.
Again to Rolf. Rolf pulls for 3, no good. Rebound by Decker, comes up with the loose ball.
I love it. Oh, and they're going to call it travel. Yeah. Love the hustle. He just he gets carried a little bit far on that slide there, but he's he's fired up to start this game, and we love to see that.
Absolutely. Cam Decker, again, coming in this game, averaging 8.4 rebounds. Cam Decker, one of those kids that just does whatever's needed by the team. Keating with an awful inbound pass.
Coach Snap already, the circus sideline show, he is fired up.
Keating, he knows he made a mistake there, Mike, but I don't know where he was looking. Nobody was home. Drought running point, guarded by Nelson. Gets Cam Herget. Herget to Decker. Decker to Drought on the left wing. Drought to Rolfe. Rolfe pulls top of the key. In and out. Rebound by 44. Gets up to Nelson. Nelson closely guarded by Decker. Beechwood going man-to-man. Snap with the ball on the right wing, guarded by Herget. He goes right, shot fake, kicks it out. Nelson resets the offense, guarded by Downton. Penetrates, gets in the paint, brings it back out. 4 minutes to go in this first period. Green with the ball, guarded by Rolfe. Nelson in the corner. He goes baseline, puts it off the glass. Basket is good. Cam Decker's called for the foul. Keandre Nelson will go to the line to shoot one.
And Coach Getz just shakes his head, crosses his arms, and walks down the sideline, frustrated. Wants to see more from these Tigers. Cameron Boyd, Brady Moore check out, Cameron Herget, and Will Rolfe take a seat. Again, big moment here, Greg, and we talked about this. So how do the Tigers how do they respond to being pushed here by the Wildcats down 9-7? Will they respond, turn it up, or will they fold? And that's what Coach Getz wants to see. Which version of the Tigers shows up tonight?
Yeah, Mike, this is a team. Newport is down and out. We have an official's timeout here. Looks like he's going to talk to the guys, getting a little too physical in the low post. But, Mike, Newport is a team that is a little bit down and out right now.
They are.
The last thing you want to they're a wounded animal. The last thing you want to do to a team like that is give them hope. And now they have the early lead up 10-7. Tigers need to rectify this.
Yes, absolutely. And, again, this is the gone. Deshaun White no longer with the Wildcats. There we go. Great
pass by Will Doughton. Finds a backdoor cut of Scotty Drought for an easy two.
Great look. And again, we're seeing this. We're seeing the signs that they're waking up. We're seeing the good looks. We're seeing some hustle. Now, everybody's got to get in on this.
Snap has the ball in the quarter. Newport with no problem with the full court pressure. 1-2-2. Nelson gets the ball outside. He's going to reset the offense. Guarded by Decker. He goes left. Goes best line. Drought switches. Picks him up. Skip past the Snap. Snap goes right. Gets it in the big 44.
That's a mismatch right there.
Spin move, goes up strong. No good, off the side of the backboard. Looks like Cam Decker.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was
Cameron Boyd, I
Cameron
believe.
Boyd.
Yeah, that was nice.
Looks like he got a finger on that. Newport will retain possession.
Yeah, physical mismatch there. The much bigger 44 over the sophomore Boyd, but Boyd sent that one right out of bounds with the block.
Nelson in the corner. He brings it back out, resets the offense. Over to Keating. Newport being very patient on offense.
Well, and that's the other way that this is not your typical Newport team. Most Newport teams up and down the floor, they want a fast-paced, high-tempo game. This team they are patient, they are methodical, and Coach Snap is trying something different with this group. Again, trying to fit the puzzle pieces together. Wow.
Green pulls for a deep three, knocks it down. 13-9 Newport. Will Doughton, nice little shot fake, floater, no good. Rebounded by Green.
Alex Green came into tonight averaging 12.2 points a game. Newport right now shooting.
Dangerous pass by Keating, to Green. Keating gets the ball back, guarded by Downton. Tigers going 2-3, looking to trap. Tigers very active in this zone. Snap with the ball, guarded by Decker. Green again, pulls the ball out, very patient, looking to spread the floor. Guarded by Boyd, gets it over to Nelson.
Good matchup, two similar players, Green and Boyd there. That's a matchup to watch right now.
Newport absolutely looking to control the tempo of this game.
Wow.
Penetration by Nelson, drops it off the big 44. He puts it up off the glass. 15-9, Newport lead. Tigers call the timeout.
So not what we expected here. Tip our cap to Coach Snap and the Wildcats. And you and I have said before, I think the world of Coach Snap, one of the best, and again another underrated coach in the 9th region. I mean, if you look at what Coach Snap has done during his tenure at Newport, I mean they keep making the 9th region tournament, but unfortunately they keep running into Cov Cath. You know, if not for Cov Cath, who knows what this Newport team could have done over the last decade in the 9th region. Coach Snap he's got these kids playing well right now. Greg, we have to respond.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to wake up.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, this is just a matter of, you know, flip the switch. You know, you're down 6. The first quarter's almost done. It's time to turn it on, Beechwood Tigers. And I'm sure,
you know,
I would imagine that's what Coach is telling the players in the huddle right now.
Absolutely. You know, you like – here's the thing, right? As far as the Tigers' defense, you like their effort, you like what they're doing, but there's mental mistakes they're making.
Yes.
You know, that the help side defense is coming late. They've given up the baseline multiple times. They got to cut off that baseline. And same with the offense. The offense is there. They're getting the shots. They're not falling.
Right.
You know, they just got to clean up some stuff right now.
Ty Evanston seeing his first action of the night for the Tigers. Evanston 16 points in the JV game. I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of Ty Evanston.
So Boyd with the ball, pulls the triple team, gets it out to Downton. Downton gets it into Drought. Drought squares up, goes strong, spin move.
There we go.
Mike, that's almost too easy.
Yeah.
15-11 Tigers. Cut the lead to 4.
And we saw that in the second half of the St. Henry game. Coach Getz wanting the Tigers to get the ball inside to Scotty. I think we're going to see more of that here.
Snap, pulls for a deep 3 from the corner. Over the top of the backboard. That will be out of bounds, Newport. Beechwood will take possession. Mike, now, the press has not created turnovers just yet, but you just feel like it's going to. It's such a good active press. If Beechwood can keep scoring, then hopefully they can create some turnovers off points. Boyd with the ball, gets into Scotty Drought at the high post. Gets into the paint, goes strong. A lot of contact.
There we
puts it up
go.
off the glass. Basket is good. Drought will go to the line for the and 1.
So
15-13. Tigers again cut the lead to 2 here, Mike.
When all else isn't working, give the rock to your horse, right?
Coach Getz has talked about that time and again, you know. And Droud's basketball IQ has just gone to the next level this year. You know, he's only averaging 18 points a game, but that's because he understands how the defense is playing him. He's able to get the defense to collapse, and he's finding the open man. But as Coach Getz has also talked about, is there's not too many people that can guard Drought in the paint in the 9th region, and Newport's certainly one of them. Newport, man, losing the ball all over the place, falls in the hands of number 44. Wide open, puts it up with the glass.
Nice recovery there by Alex Green.
Drought with the ball. Thought about the 3. Jump stop, strong off the glass to get good. 17-16, Tigers down by 1. 25 seconds to go.
Tigers are lucky. Scotty Drought has turned it on here in the first quarter. Otherwise, this would still be a pretty sizable deficit. Scotty, I believe, seven points in a row, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. Now, first turnover for Newport facing the Beechwood press. I think that could be the first of many. Tigers down by 1. 20 seconds go in this first period. Rolf running point. Tigers will hold for the final shot. Down with the ball at the Tiger pole. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 5. Finds Rolf in the corner. Rolf pulls for 3. No good. Boyd with the rebound. He puts it up at the buzzer.
There it is.
And it's
what
good.
A big
Tigers
shot.
take the lead.
Big shot, Cameron Boyd. Wow. Again, and how many times have we seen shots like that at the buzzer in the first or third quarter really turn a team's momentum?
Yeah, Mike. And, you know, I don't know what Coach Getz said in that timeout, but that's when the Tigers really turned it around.
Yeah, definitely.
Great way to end the period.
All right, 18-17. After 1 here, 9th region action between the Tigers of Beechwood and the Newport Wildcats. Greg, you know, I made mention of it, but Coach Ross Hart, I believe one of the best JV coaches in the state. Boy, he's going to make a great varsity coach someday. His JV Tigers knocked off Newport 58-23 here before this game. Fantastic effort. He's got those JV boys playing really well. Ty Evanston finished with a game-high 16 points in mostly first half action. Carson Way with 11, Trevor Lowe with 10. But it was a great effort by Coach Hart and his roster of Warriors. So congratulations, Coach Hart and those boys.
I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a better winning percentage of any JV coach
I know.
in Northern Kentucky over the last 5 years.
We're going to have to get with Statman and find out exactly what that is, but it's up there. It's way up there. On the floor to start the second quarter for the Tigers, Cameron Boyd, Ty Evanston, Scotty Droud, Will Rolfe, and Will Downton. And already you're seeing Ty Evanston getting a little bit more action here tonight, getting some more minutes. He's played really well this year. Alex Green will inbound. He gets it into Snap. Snap trap. It gets it to Green. Green floats it over to Keating, right corner. Keating gets it over to Green. Barely. Green fires for three. Misses. Rebound. Ty Evanston. Evanston gets it to Scotty. Scotty down the floor. Elbow jumper. It falls. 9 points in a row, I think. Scotty on fire. In fuego, as
with
they
the
say.
exception of Cam Boyd to end the quarter.
Yeah, with that, yes. Alex
Mike,
Green.
I love the trapping. Just
Here we go. Will Downton, steal and bucket and timeout. Timeout, Coach Snap, 22-17. So now we're starting to see that switch has been flipped, Greg.
Absolutely. I love what the Tigers are doing defensively. They're trapping anytime that the offensive player either gets past half court or he's along the sidelines. They're setting the trap.
Yeah.
Because, your midcourt line, your sideline, that's almost like a third defender. So they're setting the trap. Even if Newport finds the open man, they're just not that good of an outside shooting team. So you can afford to make those gambles, and it's paying off now, Mike.
Yeah, and we've talked about this season, the Wildcats come in as shooting 36.6% from the floor, only 29% from beyond the arc. So they can go long droughts in terms of shooting. So it'll be interesting to see now how does Coach Snap, how does he coach these boys to respond to this challenge. Tigers, full court press look here. Alex Green gets it into Keandre Nelson. Nelson, very talented senior, averaging 17 a game, dribbles across the timeline.
There it is.
Pushes off, loses the ball, barely gets out of bounds, gets it in, but Scotty with the steal. Scotty down the floor to Evanston. Evanston left wing gets it to Rolfe. Rolfe out to Downton. Downton, long three, Greg.
Wow.
He buries it. That's 2 threes.
Holy
Will
cow.
Downton hitting from outside
from
all season
volleyball line,
long.
Mike.
Yeah. Keating down the floor.
Another turnover.
Simon Keating. Second turnover, and he's getting very frustrated right now. Coach Snap trying to calm the Wildcats down. Tigers are running right now.
Mike, there's not too many teams, quite frankly, that can handle this Beechwood press.
Right.
When you have 5 guys on the floor that are as athletic as Beechwood is, and they all have long arms.
Yeah.
I mean, man, it just wreaks havoc.
7:02 remaining here in the first half, 25-17, Tigers lead. Will Rolfe running the point, brings it up the right side of the floor. Gets it to Scotty, left elbow. Scotty defended by Alex Green. That's a mismatch. Scotty drives, kicks it out to Boyd, left corner. He fires, misses the three. Fight for the rebound, goes out of bounds off of Ty Evanston. It'll be Newport's ball. 6:46 remaining. Keandre Nelson, back to Green, middle of the floor, over to, I believe that's Ethan Jefferson. Do you have a 3 on your roster, Greg?
Mike, I do not, buddy.
Keandre Nelson. Trap gets it to Jefferson. Jefferson kicks it out to Snap. Right wing 3. He misses. Rebound, Cameron Boyd. Boyd lost it. Jefferson picked it up. He puts up a runner. No good. Gets his own rebound. Now backs it out so the the Wildcats can reset their offense. Nelson over to Green. Green dribbles towards the top of the key, defended by Boyd. Good matchup of 2 great athletes. Over to Nelson, right wing. Nelson to Snap, top of the key. Snap bounces it over to Jefferson, inside to the big man. Big man puts it on the ground. Backs Will Downton in, tries to find a runner. It bounces up and into the hands of Will Downton, who is fouled by Ethan Jefferson. I think that's Ethan Jefferson. We're going to have to get with Statman and get these rosters. We're going to have some substitutions.
I think Newport's caught up a couple minor leaguers, Mike, and the roster has not been updated.
That makes sense. All right. Got some substitutions here on the floor for the Tigers. Cameron Decker, Will Rolfe, Cameron Herget, Brady Moore, and Scotty Droud. Katie working with Statman right now to straighten this roster issue out. Brady Moore, top of the key. Gets it over to Herget. Herget, ball almost taken away by Green. Brady Moore, right wing, gets it to Scotty. Top of the pumps, drives, puts up a runner, and it doesn't go.
Good take by
and
Droud.
there's a fight for the rebound. The big man comes up with it again. The big man looking like he would be an outstanding offensive tackle for the Newport Wildcats football team.
Reminds me of the old tractor trailer from Michigan, Mike.
That's exactly
I'm
what he
dating
looks
myself
like.
again, I'm sure.
And there's the tractor trailer look-alike again, and he misses a shot. Tigers will come up with it. Brady Moore brings it down the middle of the floor. He's a nice player. Herget drives.
Nice take
puts
by
up
Cam
runner,
Herget.
and it falls, but foul will be on the floor. Okay, here we go. So 44 is Robert Sanders, and number 3 is Ethan Jefferson. Okay, sorry to all you Newport fans out there. Roster did not show that. So now that we've got that straightened out.
Can we still call him Tractor Trailer, Mike?
Hey, I'll tell you what, now that I know that's him, you want to talk about a great football player? He is one of Northern Kentucky's most underrated two-way linemen. He had a great season this year for the Wildcats. Herget's free throw, no good. 27-17 Tigers lead. Keandre Nelson brings it up the floor. Trapped again, triple trap. His pass is going to go out of bounds. Another turnover, Greg Herget. They cannot handle the press, and the Tigers are doing a great job trapping at the half-court line.
This is like the Nolan Richardson,
Oh,
Arkansas days.
Yeah.
40 minutes of hell, Mike. I love it.
Yeah. All right, 5:03 remaining. Tigers lead by 10. Cameron Decker dribbles towards the top of the key, kicks it to Herget, right wing. Herget, Mr. Football, gets it over to Brady Moore. Moore, free throw, kicks it to Herget. Herget drives, jumper blocked by Keandre Nelson. Evan Snap comes up with it. He kicks it to Alex Green. Alex Green, turnover, another turnover. Now they're doing it in the half court. 27-17. Tigers take over. You know, we wondered how they would respond when it was 17-11, or 17-11, 15-11, and they have responded nicely.
Absolutely.
Tip of the cap to our Tigers. Rolfe, right wing, looks for three, thinks better of it, kicks over to Scotty, who fires from 3 from the left wing. He misses badly. Rebound, Simon Keating. By the way, speaking of football players, Simon Keating with that time it'll be off of Brady Moore, but Simon Keating, one of the most underrated receivers in Northern Kentucky. He's had two fantastic seasons in his wide receiver slot, junior and senior year. He was really, really good. So you got got some talented football players on the floor right now. Alex Green over to Keandre Nelson. He gets it to Keating. Keating, half-court line bounce pass, got lucky. Keandre Nelson, jumper.
Nice
Looked
block
like it
by
was
Trout.
blocked. And Decker comes up with it. Scotty brings it down the floor, right wing behind his back. He loses it. And here comes Alex Green, coast to coast, puts up a runner. It falls, 27-19. All right, Brady Moore walking up the floor across the timeline, defended by Ethan Jefferson, the quarterback for Newport. Brady almost traveled, but he kicks it to Rolfe, who fires for 3 and finally hits one. 30-19 Tigers.
Rolfe shooting up all confidence off the dribble, Mike. I like seeing that.
And that's the thing. He's missed a few tonight, but this coaching staff and Will have worked, for a couple of weeks on his confidence, helping him understand that everyone on the floor trusts him. He needs to trust himself and keep firing. There, he hits it to make it 30-19.
Brady Moore gets a foot on the ball there, Mike. Brady Moore is bringing out an exceptional effort in this full-court pressure.
No doubt. 30-19, 3:37 remaining in the first half. Keating gets it into Keandre Nelson. Nelson walks it up the floor, across the timeline, dribbles to the left side of the floor, and
who are they going to get that on, Mike?
Foul on Alex Green, maybe?
Will Doughton trying to fight through the screen.
Okay.
That could have gone either way.
Alex Green will inbound. He gets it into Nelson. Nelson, left wing 3. He misses badly. Rebound by Marquez Miller. He puts it up and in. 30-23. Beechwood leads. Down top the key over to Brady Moore. Brady Moore drives. Free throw line, kicks it out to Decker. Right wing 3. He fires off the back of the rim. Rebound Newport. Keating gets it to Marquez Miller, the talented sophomore. He puts it up and in. Miller. And if you remember, as a freshman, Marquez Miller played last year.
Yes.
78-6, I think 79-68 Beechwood win, but Miller impressed us last year. 30-23. Herget, left corner. Miller guarding it. Herget wants to drive, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Cam, and it'll be Newport ball.
Cam Herget's done a great job of picking his moments so far this season. He's really been, and I'm sure that comes from his background as a quarterback. He's really been more of a facilitator this year.
Right.
But when the opportunity's there, he takes advantage of them. Tonight, a couple times, he's forced a couple shots.
I love the aggression.
Absolutely.
All right, Ethan Jefferson.
There.
Cross-court stolen by Will Rolfe, and it'll go out
of
bounds. Great job right there by Will Rolfe to tip that one away. Almost came up with it. Newport will remain in possession. On the floor for the Tigers, Decker, Doughton, Rolfe, Cameron Boyd, Scotty Drought. Alex Green gets it in. Full court press here. Miller brings it down the right side of the floor. Bounce pass over to Green. Green down the floor to Keandre Nelson. Runner, no good.
Wow, Mike, I believe they called an offensive foul there.
Yeah.
Coach
Oh,
Snap.
wow, Coach Snap. He
is known
the theatrics.
for
I
some
love
of his
it. I love it. He's giving it to the official. He's waiting for that official. You know that official is just waiting for the earful when he comes up the floor. Drought, top of the key. Gets it inside to Decker. Decker puts it up, misses his shot, tips it back in. However, 32-23, Cameron Decker with a nice bucket.
Decker again crashing the boards tonight as he has.
Snap, right corner, bounces it to Green. Green, jumper, that falls. 32-24, 32-25, 2:05 remaining. Scotty brings it up the floor, looks over to Coach Getz for the call. And Alex Green tips it away. Scotty looked over. Green almost came up with it, goes out of bounds. Actually, it'll be Beechwood ball. So, not sure what Scotty was looking over to the bench for
I don't know
there.
if he thought maybe that was going to be an over the back.
Yeah.
It was almost as
That
if
was
he
odd.
wasn't sure if it was tipped away or he lost it on his own.
All right, 1:54 remaining, 32-25, Tigers lead. Scotty, the left wing, drives, loses the ball, but blocking foul called on Simon Keating.
That's a good call by the official, Mike. I know a lot of people don't like it here, but Keating, while he was set, he was well to the right of Scotty Drought. So when you're brushing shoulders, that's not a block.
All right, Scotty will inbound.
Or not a charge, I should say.
He gets it in to
Oh.
Rolfe. Rolfe saves it into Boyd. Boyd over to Downton, left corner. Back to Boyd, right wing. Over to Scotty, 1:42 remaining. Scotty defended by Snap. That's a mismatch. Let's see if he takes it to the hole. There he goes. He puts it up and draws contact. No
Great
basket,
take
but
by
we'll go to the
Drought.
line. Yeah, nice job right there. Again, take advantage of those mismatches. Snap, great offensive player, not ready to defend Scotty Drought on a drive like that. Scotty will take free throws here. Comes into tonight free throw shooting at 50. Let's see.
Got it. First one's good.
Came in tonight 54.8%, and I believe, is that his second free throw?
Mike,
Not sure,
I'm
Buddy's
unsure,
looked nice
buddy.
from the line tonight. Greg, we need you to get photographic memory.
I know, buddy. I know.
Second free throw by Scotty. No good. Rebounded by Alex Green. 33-25, 1:33 remaining. Green trapped by Downton and Decker.
That's a travel.
He loses it. No call on the travel. Gets it down the floor to Miller. Miller, left wing, drives, kicks it out to Nelson. Nelson over to Green. Left wing three. He misses it.
Well,
and
Downton
Decker
may
comes
have
up
gotten
with
a
it.
finger on it. Cam Decker, nice
came
rebound.
up with it. Yeah.
Takes an awkward fall as he's hitting the air.
Scotty Drought helps him up. And Ty Evanston will check in. Rolfe will take a seat. On the floor for the Tigers, Downton, Boyd, Evanston, Decker, and Drought. 1:20 remaining, 33-25, Beechwood leads.
So that's the 8th team foul on Newport. Tigers with only 2 at this point.
Cameron Decker on the season, 90%, 9 of 10. Free throw falls, that'll make it 34-25.
He's automatic, Mike.
Great free throw shooter. Coach Snap walking down the sideline. There's going to be, there might be a hole in that that bench area over there from the pacing. Yeah. All right, Keandre Nelson trapped by Boyd, and Evanston gets it to, not sure who that is.
Caleb Thompson.
Caleb Thompson. Thompson, another very good football player, tight end for Jefferson and Coach Joe Wynn and his football Wildcats. Marquez Miller, free throw line, trapped. And they're going to call a foul on Ty Evanston. That's his first. Beechwood's third. Green will inbounds underneath his own basket. 1:03 remaining. Tigers lead by 10, 35-25. Green floats it into Caleb Thompson. Thompson seeing sparingly minutes this year. Gets it over to Nelson. Nelson, left wing, drives, kicks it out to Miller. Miller dribbles to his right, hands it off to Thompson. Thompson dribbles to his left, between his legs over to Sanders. Big man up top. Gets it to Green. Green over to Miller. Miller to Nelson. Nelson dribbles, right wing, defended by Decker. Over to Sanders. Greg, I want to see him fire that three up.
Absolutely.
Keandre Nelson, 34 seconds remaining. Beechwood 35, Newport 25. Coach Snap would love to see a score here by his Tigers before the half. Nelson defended by Cameron Decker.
Yeah, Mike, when you look at the number of turnovers that Newport has had at the end of the first and into the second quarter, I think they'd be thrilled to death going to halftime with a single-digit deficit.
Ty Evanston all over the place right now. Nelson gets it over to Thompson.
Wow, that's
Thompson
a travel.
bounce pass to Sanders in the corner. Sanders cross court to Green. Green drives, runner, no good. Fight for the rebound. Miller comes up with it, puts a shot up, and draws contact. Looks like he's going to go to the line for free throws.
Yeah, Tigers, unfortunately, again, they gave up that baseline penetration there, Mike, and the weak side help was way late. And then nobody boxed out on top of it, so offensive rebound goes up strong, draws the foul.
Marquez Miller at the line on the year, 6 of 7, 85.7%. One of the few good free throw shooters, and
just like that,
it worked like a charm. He misses the first one.
Outstanding, Mike.
Thank you. Katie and I had a nice long talk about it. She felt very strongly that I needed to stop commenting on every free throw. Exact words. Exact quote, actually. And there it is again. The jinx worked, and the desperation shot no good. That'll take us to the half. Beechwood, 35. Newport, 25. Great job by the Tigers responding after trailing. I believe it was 15-11 or 17-11. Great job by the Tigers responding to that.
Yeah, Mike, absolutely. They came out slow. Coach Getz takes an early timeout. The energy level from that point forward, Beechwood's certainly not playing error-free basketball at this point. They're still making some mistakes, but the energy level has been there since that timeout. They're playing at a high energy. They're getting it after, especially with the full court pressure and the trapping in the half court. It's resulting in a lot of turnovers. And Scotty Drouds, he's getting in the paint, Mike, and he's either scoring or he's drawing the foul.
Yeah, and I think there's, I think that's the momentum gain from that will probably serve us very well in the second half. Coach Snap can't be real pleased with the effort by his Wildcats, especially against the swarming press of the Tigers. Real quick, couple things just around Northern Kentucky and the state. First of all, I'm not sure if you saw, but there were, so I got to check my notes here. Across the state, there were 26 COVID cancellations.
Wow.
In boys basketball tonight. Quite a few on the girls' side as well. 4 in Northern Kentucky: Dixie Lloyd, Ludlow, Pendleton County, St. Henry, Boone County, Holy Cross, Campbell County. Tell you what, Greg, we have to cross our fingers and feel very blessed that we're getting these games in.
No doubt.
And we're going to continue to keep those fingers crossed through the season because every game is a blessing. But we're hoping that trend, which seems to be going upwards, we're hoping that turns around here quickly because we've got a lot of basketball left to play. Just talking about 9th region action, Covington Catholic continues to cruise. They are now 4-1. We talked about their win over Reed Shepherd and North Laurel last week. Their last game, they knocked off DeSales, a talented downstate team, 68-62. In that game, our old friend and someone we're going to be rooting for all season long, Mitchell Riley, finished with 24 points and 13 rebounds, double-double. He's making a name for himself right now in Northern Kentucky, and we got a lot of Division I looks coming at Mitchell. And
yes,
we talked about it before. We're going to be rooting for him.
Absolutely.
But also there are other added addition to the roster. How many times have we said that in the last couple of years?
Yes.
Evan Ispro, a sophomore, transfer from New Richmond. He finished with 22 points in that game, 9 of 10 from the field. One of the best sophomores in the state of Kentucky, according to those that I've spoken to. So 2 new players, 46 points against DeSales. That's getting it done by those 2 young men. Covington Catholic, they play Indian Hill tonight at home. So if Katie will be looking for that score. St. Henry, we talked about St. Henry by many considered, especially now, to be the number 2 team in Northern Kentucky. St. Henry knocked off an upset-minded Holy Cross on Saturday night in the 9th Region All-A Classic Finals at Newport Central Catholic, 58-54. Great job by those guys. Wyatt Veith, 19 points, 9 rebounds. Jude Bessler named MVP of the tournament. They're going to go down. They're going to face Owensboro Catholic, a tough 3rd region team in the first round. But based on what they did last year, based on what they've done so far this year, there's no reason not to believe they're going to go down there and win that All-A Classic.
Yeah, Mike, no doubt. They're the odds-on favorite, and that's a team, Mike, that last year they were really good. This year they're better. I mean, they are. I love talking about Jude Bessler. I'll talk about him real quick because this is a guy, highly talented player. Much like Scotty Drought, I think his basketball IQ went to a whole nother level this year. He was a guy
No doubt.
he could sometimes let his emotions get the best of him last year. And, in the one game we've seen this year, that guy was ice water in his veins. If St. Henry needed a big shot or a big play, he was there.
No doubt. I'll be honest with you. I mean, in terms of, there are very few bigger fans of Beechwood basketball than Greg Polyears, Katie Murphy, and Mike Murphy. But I will tell you, if I had to draft a team of Northern Kentucky basketball players Beechwood wasn't a part of that, Jude Bessler, he'd be one of the first players I'd take.
Absolutely.
Moving on so we wish St. Henry and the crew, coaching staff, Dave Faust, and the players in that community, wish them all luck in the world when they go downstate, and hopefully they'll bring back another title for Northern Kentucky. Moving on to Highlands. The Highlands 2-2 right now. They were shown not a lot of hospitality at Lexington Catholic. Ben Johnson and Lexington Catholic knocked off Highlands 73-57 on January 17th this weekend, I think. I've lost track of days. That happens during basketball season,
It sure does,
Greg.
buddy. It sure does. Everything runs together, man.
In that game, Lexington Catholic's Ben Johnson, one of the top seniors in the state, scored 29 points. Sam Vinson, NKU signee,
Bam.
Sam Vinson finished with 19 points and 9 rebounds. I think a lot of people are looking at Highlands saying, they're only 2-2. Actually, one thing I want to make mention of, they were last Thursday night. They were pushed by Dixie Heights, 88-81, double overtime. They were able to avoid that upset. We're going to talk about Dixie in a minute, but Highlands they've beaten Blazer. They lost to St. Henry.
Yeah.
They played a sneaky sleeper team in Dixie. And lost to Lexington Catholic. That's as tough a 4-game opener as you'll see. We talked about that, Friday night. Beechwood's own Coach Noel Rash. I mean, he's a true believer, and you stack the early end of the early part of the schedule, and it reaps many rewards at the end. So, Coach Listerman and that crew, I wouldn't pay too much attention to that 2-2 record. They are very good.
Absolutely not, Mike. Coach Listerman is a heck of a coach. Kevin and I had some battles. We're the same age, so we had some battles in high schoal.
Who won those battles? You did.
Mostly, I wish, buddy. Yeah. Mostly Kevin. So, but and then even we were both fortunate enough to play college ball. So in the summers, we were home. We go head to head then too. Kevin on a little bit different level of college than myself. But he knows Coach's son. He knows the game inside and out. Sam Vinson, one of the best players in the 9th region. And I think they're at that point where, they're trying to fit the pieces together. The pieces are there, but they're going to be a team that's going to be dangerous into the end of the year. That's when they're going to gel and play their best basketball.
Absolutely. Sam Vinson, after those 4 games, averaging 25.2 points and 8.8 rebounds a game. One name I do want to point out to remember, sophomore William Harold, averaging 14.2 points a game, had 20 points against Lexington Catholic. That kid's a player. So remember that name, Greg Polyears. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take care of some business on the other side of the gym. Katie's going to do some statistical workup for us, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxcast. We'll be right back. Go Tigers. And we are back here at the Den at Beechwood High School. Beechwood leads 35-25. Third quarter action. Greg Polgears, take us away.
Tigers start off with possession. Will Doughton running point. Newport looks like they're coming out of a 2-3 zone. Gets into Cam Decker. Thought that was good, Mike. Cam Decker's jump shot is short.
Speaking of confidence, he's feeling that three-point shot, isn't he?
Absolutely. Cam Decker, the perfect 2-3 zone breaker. You get him at the top at the free throw line extended. He'll kill you in a zone. He'll either knock down that jumper or find the open man. Cam Decker's shot is no good. Gets the offensive rebound, goes up strong. He is fouled. I believe that shot is that foul is on the floor, so Tigers will inbound underneath their own basket. Drow taking the ball out. Into Doughton. Doughton gets back into Drow. Drow goes up strong. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. And Mike, that'll give me a chance to catch my breath.
Katie, 2 oxygen masks, please.
Had to hustle back from a restroom break at halftime. Cut a little long there.
Man.
Drought's first free throw's good. So 7 minutes, 41 seconds in this third period. Tigers lead by 11. Second shot's in the air. No good. Rebound by Miller.
There we go.
Miller.
Greg, real quick, first half scoring totals for the Tigers. Scotty Drow with 14, Will Doughton with 10, Cameron Decker with 4, Will Rolfe with 3, Cameron Hurriott and Cameron Boyd with 2 apiece.
Snap with the ball, guard by Droud. Snap steps out of bounds, but they're going to, I believe they got, no, Snap stepped out of bounds, Mike. I thought they may have gotten Droud with the block, but they did not call it. Droud brings the ball up, finds Will Doughton. Will Doughton thought about the 3, puts it on the floor, skip past to Rolfe. Rolfe pulls for 3. Short, rebounded by big number 44, Robert Sanders. Nelson brings it across half court, splits the double team, gets in the paint, may have traveled, puts it up off the glass. Basket is good.
Yeah, and as we talked about at the end of this, or at the beginning of the second quarter, when the Tigers turned to Scotty Droud, I think right now Coach Rice is going to want to get the ball in the hands of Keandre Nelson the rest of this game to try to get them back into this.
Droud, nice shot fake. He's guarded by Snap. Gets over to Hurgitt on the right wing. Hurgitt pulls for 3. No good. Rebound by Green. Nelson walks the ball up, past half court, resets the offense. He goes right, uses the screen, brings it back out. 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go, this third period. Tigers lead by 9. Closely guarded by Cam Hurgitt, a little too close. Hurgitt called for the reach in.
Tigers have done a nice job, especially towards the end of the first quarter and then the second quarter on Keandre Nelson and Alex Green. They finished the first half 5 of 12 shooting for only 12 points. That's getting it done defensively. I want him to put that up so bad.
Nelson to Sanders. Sanders gives it to Green. Green uses the screen, kicks it back out. Snap with the ball on the right wing. Snap to Sanders. Come on, big boys, shoot it. They're daring him to shoot it, Mike. They're
giving it to him. He's like, there's nobody helping.
Come
him.
on.
Yeah. One time.
I want to see him launch it, man. Nelson uses the screen, goes right, hesitates. Free throw line, gets it back out to Nelson. Or, I'm sorry, Sanders. Sanders to Green. Green guarded closely by Rolfe. Tigers in man-to-man defense. Newport taking their time, down by 9.
Yeah, Greg, you think they're going to want to try to slow this down and make it a half-court game here?
Sanders to Nelson. Nelson hoists the 3,
no.
Drops it down. Wildcats cut the lead to 6. Droud run, point. Newport, man-to-man defense. Droud penetrates, goes up strong, puts it up with the glass. Basket's no good. Cam Hurgitt comes up the offensive rebound, kicks it to Rolfe. Rolfe pulls, no good. Nelson with the rebound, pushing the pace, gets up the Snap. Snap puts it off the glass, cuts the lead to 4. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Will Doughton runs point. Coach Getz wants a timeout.
All right, so, that again, we're kind of seeing Tigers are getting pushed right now by Coach Snap and this team, and Coach gets very frustrated, calls timeout here. What do you think he's telling them right now?
I think he's telling them to stay the course. Don't get frustrated and force bad shots. Take your time on offense, run the offense. Beechwood is a more talented team than Newport. Have faith in the sets that they're going to call, and just be patient. Be patient for the open shot, because you can't. As we just talked about, Mike, Newport is very content slowing this ball down and holding the ball for a minute or 2 minutes before they shoot it. So if that's how Newport wants to play, then Beechwood has to get good shots where they can score, and then at that point they can set up the full court pressure and try and get some turnovers. A hectic pace most definitely benefits the Tigers, and that's what that's what Coach Getz, I'm sure, wants to see.
First half numbers, Beechwood shot 48% from the floor, 14 of 29. Beyond the arc, only 3 of 11, 27%. Free throws, 4 of 7 for 57%. Newport, 47% from the floor, 28% from behind the three-point line, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
So Beechwood ball, Brady Moore run point. Newport again, man-to-man. Gets over down in the right wing. Tries to find Scotty Drought backcourt.
Nice job by Marquez Miller there to knock that pass down. That play's been very successful for the Tigers when they've run it this year. Athletic young sophomore making a nice defensive play right there.
Beechwood working around. Will Doughton's open. He pulls for 3,
there
knocks it down. You cannot leave Will Doughton open, Mike.
No.
So now Tigers come out, full court pressure. They're looking to trap. This is the Miller. That's who you want handling the ball right there. Trap him right across half court. He gets it to Nelson. Nelson penetrates, gets in the paint. I believe that was Cam Decker got a hand on it. Drought comes up with it. Kicks it to Will Doughton. Doughton pulls for 3. Oh. No good long, but Cam Decker with the rebound. He goes up strong. Basket is no good. Rebounded by the big number 44, Robert Sanders. Nelson handled the ball, gets it up.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Let's see, Mike, what do we have here? I believe that's a block.
Yeah,
yep, block on Will Doughton. So Newport ball. Nelson will take it underneath their own basket. Having a little bit of trouble getting it in. Beechwood going 2-3 zone. Finally gets it in the snap. Snap to Nelson. Now Newport pulls the ball out. They're going to spread the floor. Slow down the pace. 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Tigers with a 7-point lead. Sanders puts the ball on the floor, penetrates, kicks it back out. Nelson penetrates in the paint, pulls up for a short jumper, and it's good. Newport cuts the lead to 5.
Like I said, one of the best players in the 9th region. He's a scorer. He is a really, really solid all-around player.
Brady Moore loves this matchup. He penetrates, kicks out to Doughton. Doughton picks up his dribble, gets it over to Cam Decker on the left wing, back to Doughton. Doughton's got to love this matchup.
Looking for Scotty.
But gets Stroud the high post. Stroud puts on the floor, spin move, hesitates, goes up strong off the glass. Too easy, Mike, too easy. 41-34. Tigers extend their lead to 7. Will Doughton with the steal. He pulls up from the free throw down, knocks it down. 43-34. Again, Tigers, if they can get the basket, Mike, and create that full court pressure, that's where they're going to get the turnovers. That's where they're going to increase the pace. Benefits the Tigers. 43-34. Timeout Newport.
Rod Snap, furious, just pounded the scorer's table after giving the official an earful. I thought he was going to get a T there. That official, I'm surprised he just took that. Wow,
Mike, this is one of those games where I really miss sitting the scorer's table.
Oh, I know. That would have been right in front of me.
I would have loved to have heard every word from Coach Snap.
Man, I think Coach Snap's happy not to see us down there this year. I'm not sure he took kindly to us.
I think there was a couple times we got some side eye.
Yeah. But all that being said, I mean, that's just in good fun. He is just an awesome coach. Because,
a lot of respect for Coach Snap.
And what you're seeing here is, he just brought that team back to within, coached that team back to within 5 points of this game. I mean, and again, we talked about, look, there's no disrespect to this team.
No.
But Newport has had, in years past, a more complete, more talented whole roster. This year, they don't quite have that, but Coach Snap is just getting the most out of these players, and he's coaching these kids in a different way, into a different type of tempo, a different type of approach. and it paid off there. But nice job by Beechwood, Scotty Droud, Will Downton, 2 senior leaders, turning around, putting a little baby run there on the Wildcats to push this lead to 9.
So Tigers again come out with their 1-2-2 pass press. Quick trap there. They get it up to 44. Ooh, Robert Sanders kicks it out. So now Nelson's going to pull it out, slow down the pace. He penetrates, kicks it to Sanders. Sanders hands it off to Green. Mike, I don't have a number 11 on my roster, do you?
I think that's Nevin Pangallo.
Okay. Number 11, Pangallo.
Oh, wow.
All right, ball knocked away. Green comes up with it, brings it back across half court. Newport again will set up their offense. They're going to take their time, slow down this tempo. 2 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Tigers with a 9-point lead.
You can tell that's what Coach Snap wants to do. He wants to lull the Tigers to sleep and get some sort of Keandre Nelson play. Wow.
And there it is. Again, the Tigers gave up the baseline. Pangallo goes, easy bucket for 2. 43-36, Tigers lead.
Newport's Nevin Pangallo and Beechwood's Nazario Pangallo, the only 2 Pangallo basketball players not on Newport Central Catholic's roster ever in Northern Kentucky.
Droud pulls for 3 over Sanders, no good. Brady Moore keeps it alive. Will Downton comes up with it. Nobody guards Downton, so he pulls for 3. No good. Looks like we have an over-the-back call on Brady Moore fighting for the rebound. It will be Newport basketball with 1:39 to go.
Brady Moore, a hustle glue guy. I mean, he just
exactly. No coach is going to get mad about
around
that
the
foul.
ball. Yeah, always around the ball. So that kind of stuff's going to happen. All right, on the floor for the Tigers, Cameron Boyd, Brady Moore, Will Downton, Scotty Droud, Cameron Herget.
So Nelson's going to inbound, gets it into Pangallo. He's again immediately trapped. He tucked the ball, looked to run through the hole like a running back. Unfortunately, Will Downton with the reach in. He's called for the foul.
That's going to be Will's 3rd foul.
Nelson again inbounds.
I believe Coach Hetz discreetly letting the officials know he wasn't happy with that call.
Jefferson gets it up to Pangallo. Pangallo penetrates, loses the ball. Brady Moore comes up with it. I'm sorry, that's
Cameron Boyd.
Cameron Boyd. Boyd comes up with it, throws it off Pangallo, and it goes out of bounds. Tigers ball. 43-36, 1:25 to go.
Ty Evison checking in for Will Downton. Will Downton with 3. We'll have to pay attention to that.
Moore run the point for the Tigers. Newport coming man-to-man pressure. Gets up to Cameron Boyd. Boyd over Ty Evison. Herget has it, goes left, gets the Droud. Droud penetrates, kicks it out to Cameron Boyd. Boyd pulls for 3, knocks it down.
There it is.
46-36. Tigers extend their lead by double digits with 1 minute to go in this 3rd quarter. Tigers full court press, man-to-man. Pangallo gets on the right wing. He's guarded by Droud. Droud's got to cut off that baseline, but he comes up with a big block. Ty Evison comes up with it, pushing the pace, gets it up to Brady Moore. Moore goes right, skip pass.
Find him again. Cameron Boyd's wide open in the right corner.
Droud puts the ball on the floor, penetrates. He draws the foul on the floor with 40 seconds to go. Tigers ball along the baseline underneath their own basket.
Foul was on Nevin Pangallo. That was his 1st, Newport's 3rd. That 3-pointer by Cameron Boyd was, his 5th of the season.
Tigers go with the box set.
Shoot that
board. Board finds Evison. Evison pulls for 3. It's short.
Saw some contact there.
Nelson brings the ball up the floor. He's getting trapped. Picks up his dribble. Long pass. Dangerous pass to Green. Green's now trapped again. He almost loses it. Tigers double team. It looks like are they able to force a jump ball, Mike? I believe they are.
No, foul.
Mike,
Foul
I thought
Brady.
they forced a jump ball. So that's a foul on Brady Moore.
It's Brady's 2nd foul. Beechwood's 5th.
Nelson inbounds for Newport. Gets it into Green. Green hands off to Nelson. Great defense by.
Great job, Boyd.
Great hustle by Boyd. Unable to save it.
That was close. That was great hustle right there. Love to see that. Coach Gatz, putting Cameron Boyd, Brady Moore, and Ty Evison in to get that hustle and that aggressiveness on the perimeter.
So 18.6 to go. Tigers with a 10-point lead. Newport will hold for the final shot. Inbounds to Green. Green goes right, double teamed. Skip past to Nelson. Nelson pulls for three.
Man.
Knocks it down. Nelson continues the hot shooting.
What a great
in this
shot.
Third period. Tigers will get the final shot.
Get that.
Brady Moore pulls up from left hand. No good. Tipped in.
Oh, my God. Did it again. He did it again.
Second
he
time
did it again.
by Cameron Boyd.
Cameron Boyd with a huge buzzer beater right there, Greg. And once, look at Coach Snap. What
Coach
is he
Snap
doing?
is all over
at
the place.
Free throw line.
He's upset about
looked
something.
Like he was
I don't know what, Mike.
He looked like he was doing the electric slide right there. I thought we were doing some sort of cha-cha or electric slide. That was. I've never seen him do that before.
To the left.
Cameron Boyd showing some swagger out there, some hustle, some clutch. I love that.
You know, every team needs somebody, their sixth man, that comes off the bench and provides a spark, provides the energy, and Cameron Boyd is doing exactly that tonight.
All right, let's see if Katie's going to check and see if Statman sent us up an updated stat sheet.
Waiting on the carrier pigeon.
Wait, there's a raven in the rafters up here. The scroll ready to drop it on us. But once again, there, kudos to Coach Gatz and his staff and these Tigers for, weathering the storm. Newport cuts it to a 5-point game. I believe it was 39-34, and the Tigers then, go on a little run there, led by Will Downton and Scotty Stroud, to keep the leads at double digits. So 48-39 here, start of the fourth quarter. Is this the update? All right, on the floor to start the fourth quarter for the Tigers, Cameron Boyd, Cameron Herget, Ty Evanston, Brady Moore, and Scotty Stroud. All right, Simon Keating will inbound. Gets it into Alex Green. Green, top of the key, dribbles the ball between his legs. Green, one of the best baseball players in the 9th region. He has a future at the next level. Very smooth fielding middle infielder for the Newport Wildcats. Green over to Snap. Left corner, gets it to Keating, further in the corner. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds there, Greg.
Yeah, that was close, Mike.
Bounce past to Snap. Snap over to Green. Back to Snap, over to Green. Ty Evanston up top. Green, top of the key. Backs out. Tigers reset their offense. Coach Snap, fresh from the electric slide, barking orders from the sideline.
Tigers going with a 3-2 zone.
Green over to Nelson. Nelson, left wing, defended by Cameron Boyd. Nelson drives, kicks it over to Green. Top of the key, three, no good. In and out, fight for the rebound. Snap comes up with it. There's a three. He misses it. Snap off tonight, but a rebound by Green. Green gets it to Keating, top of the key. Keating wanted to fire it inside to Marquez Miller, thought better of it. Saw two Tiger defenders on the blocks.
Yeah, Mike, this 3-2 zone is very active. It's taken Newport out of their comfort zone, but the problem is, like any zone, you got to rebound. You got to find a man and box out. It's easier to give up offensive rebounds out of the zone.
Green fires for three. Scotty Stroud knocked over on the rebound. The foul will be called on Evan Snap. That's his fourth foul for the Wildcats. Brady Moore will inbounds. 48-39, Tigers lead, 6:45 remaining in the contest. Scotty brings the ball up the floor. Defended by Nelson. Nelson looks like he might be barking a little bit there at Scotty. Nelson over to Herget, left wing. Back to Evanston, top of the key. Evanston dribbles to his right, looks for Scotty. Scotty drives, runner, and draws contact. Foul will be on Keandre Nelson.
Yeah, I tell you what, Mike, the right side of the floor was wide open. Beechwood brought all four other personnel to the left side.
Yeah.
When the right side of the floor is wide open like that, that is an absolute mismatch between Stroud and Nelson.
Keandre Nelson, that's his third foul, Newport's fifth. Scotty will inbound from the baseline, gets into Evanston. Evanston over to Moore, over to Boyd, over to Herget, left wing. Herget to Stroud. Stroud, left wing, thinks about a three, but then finds Boyd in the corner. Boyd drives baseline, kicks it back out to Stroud. Keating went for the steal, came up short. Moore, top of the key, over to Herget. Herget dribbles between his legs, defended by Alex Green. Green over to Evanston. Evanston thought about a three, probably should have done it. Now they're going to call foul inside. Foul's going to be called on.
Yeah,
Simon Keating.
Newport is caught in a quandary here, Mike. They're playing a zone, which they almost have to play a zone because there's just too many mismatches on the floor for them to go man-to-man. But by playing a zone, it allows the Beechwood Tigers to eat a lot of clock, which, when you have the lead by 9, that's, the clock's your best friend.
Moore finds Boyd in the corner. He fires for three. No good.
Cameron
Herget there with the
Beautiful
stick
putback.
back to make it 50-39 Tigers lead. Nice job, Cameron Herget, Mr. Football, and they're going to call a quick foul on Brady Moore. And I think that's his third. That's his third. And Beechwood 6. Will Rolfe will check in for Brady Moore. You know, I do not believe Brady has scored tonight, but he's played a really nice hustle game.
He sure has.
And that kind of stuff just trickles down to the other four players. So great job by Brady Moore. Keandre Nelson loses the ball, defended by Down, but he recovers it. He's going to pull it back out, let the Tigers offense reset. 50-39, Beechwood leads. Alex Green, top of the key, defended by Rolfe. Green over to Nelson. Nelson defended tightly by Downton. Downton in the corner, traps Nelson, but he gets it to Sanders, over to Green, over to Thompson, now back to Alex Green. I'm not sure how much this strategy is going to pay off at this point of the game for Newport. No. Alex Green fires for three. He misses. Big, strong rebound by Scotty, and they're going to call a foul there on Alex Green.
Yeah, Mike, that's at least twice in a row now, maybe three times that Scotty Droud's gotten a big rebound in traffic, comes down, draws the foul. Tigers now are in the 1-on-1 bonus.
Scotty will head to the line. Coach Getz calls Cameron Boyd, Herget, Downton, and Rolfe over for a little side coaching. Yeah, I mean, at this point of the game, if you're Coach Snap, I mean, what do you have to lose by turning it up? You know,
you have to. Yeah. The clock is not on your side right now if you're Newport.
Scotty's first free throw is good. Katie, note, I did not comment. 51-39, Tigers lead. 5:17 remaining in the fourth. Second free throw, no good. Keandre Nelson with the rebound. Nelson down to Green. Green drives. Runner is good. 51-41.
I would like to have seen Cam Herget step up and take that charge there, Mike. Look at this.
Will Rolfe wide open. He misses, and big rebound by
complete defensive
Marquez
breakdown
Miller.
By Newport. Beechwood unable to convert.
Keandre Nelson brings it down the left side of the floor. He's got three Tiger defenders around him. He drives, runner, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Cameron Herget comes up with it. Mr. Football throws a pass down the floor to Will Rolfe. Rolfe over to Downton. Downton thought about a three, but instead kicks it to a wide-open Cameron Boyd. He hits it! 54-41. Tigers take a 13-point lead, I believe their biggest lead of the game.
Great job by Will Downton. Taking a couple dribbles, getting the paint, making that extra pass to the wide open.
What a great play right there by Will. And a runner there, and a charge is going to be called.
Mike, I believe that is a charge on number 2, Green. Great job by Droud there. The last two possessions, I've gotten on Droud a little bit tonight because he's given up the baseline. But the last two possessions, he has stepped up and either contested a jumper or in this case, he drew the charge.
Downton bounces it into Scotty. 4:26 remaining, 13-point lead, 54-41. Downton across the timeline. And finds Boyd again. Boyd misses the three. Rebound by Big Robert Sanders. Sanders gets it to Keandre Nelson. I would expect Newport to start firing away. Nelson with the jumper. No good. Rebound Scotty. Nelson reaches. No contact there. Oh, and then there's a little shove there by Scotty. No call there. That's even. And Robert Sanders gets some payback. And he will be called for the foul.
Now, Keandre Nelson, he's a guy to keep an eye on here, Mike. He's starting to show a little bit of frustration.
Some chippiness there. The Wildcats know this game is out of reach at this point more than likely, and they're just getting frustrated.
He's missed his last couple shots. Droud came up the rebound. He went kind of with a hard reach there. It was not called by the official, and then flops on a charge, trying to get the charge call.
Free throw is good, 55-41.
Confident stroke there by Scotty at the free throw line.
Well, being minimalistic on this, he's worked his tail off.
Yes.
And kudos to him for that. Second free throw falls. 56-41. Full court press here. Marquez Miller in the corner. He gets it to Ethan Jefferson. Jefferson back to Miller. Miller down the floor to Keating. Keating across the timeline. He loses it. They're going to call a foul on Will Downton, though, I believe. Interesting strategy there by Coach Snap. Not putting that putting those two ball handlers in the right in front of that press. Not sure that was the best idea right there.
No, I think they sent Nelson. They had him slip and go down the floor, which I guess the thought process is you're pulling a defender with you so you can't trap. But the downside is those aren't your two best ball handlers.
Green misses the free throw. Nelson comes up with it. His shot, no good. Scotty comes up with it. 3:48 remaining.
Nelson comes up.
Yeah, it looks like he's
jumper.
got an ankle issue there. Some theatrics there. And there we go. They're going to call a blocking foul on Keandre Nelson. Coach Snap
Nelson
turns
turns
around.
Oh, boy,
look at that.
I don't think he really knows what to do at this point guarding Drought. He doesn't have an answer on the defensive end.
Yeah. Scotty back at the line. 3:38 remaining, 56-41, Tigers lead. Free throw falls, 57-41.
Coach Snap, I believe, wrote charge in big letters on his driver erase board and showed it to the officials. I wonder if he's been warned already tonight by the officials, Mike. That's an interesting tactic.
I believe that's exactly. He was responding in kind to the warning I'm sure he received. Second free throw by Scotty falls. I thought that dry erase board was going to be split into about 25 pieces when he grabbed it.
That's what I thought was coming.
All right, Keandre Nelson. Runner kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson back to a running Miller. He puts it up.
Nice
and
floater by Miller, but no good.
Rebound, strong rebound by Cameron Decker. 3:23 remaining. Newport going very cold right now. Frustration getting the best of the Wildcats.
So Drought. Newport now.
Runner.
Man.
Oh,
Drought, beautiful
kick, puts it up and in. 60-41. He just faked out one of the best players in the ninth region and now comes up almost with the steal. Will Rolfe comes up with it. Rolfe.
Great hustle and deflection by Scotty Drought there.
Well, Scotty's responding to getting pushed around. He doesn't like it, and great job by him. They're going to call a foul on Caleb Thompson there.
Mike, this may be the best half of basketball we've seen out of Scotty Drought this year. He's shooting at a very high percentage from the floor. He's knocking down his free throws. He's making the extra pass. Yeah, defensively, he's really stepped up his game.
Just making the right decision every time, it seems like. Free throw. Falls. 61-41, largest lead of the game, 20 points. Coach Snap sending in a couple of substitutions. Caleb Thompson, Marquez Miller will take a seat on the floor for the Wildcats. Keandre Nelson, Evan Snap, Ethan Jefferson, Simon Keating, and Alex Green. Droud's second free throw is good. 62-41, 2:56 remaining. Keating gets it into Ethan Jefferson. Jefferson back to Keating. Back to Jefferson, defended by Cameron Boyd. Jefferson turns down the left side of the floor across the timeline, gets it to Keandre Nelson. Nelson drives, puts it up and in. I definitely thought so. That'll make it 62-43.
Shuffled his feet there before he put the ball on the floor.
Scotty across the timeline, top of the key. Kicks it over to Brady Moore, who fires left wing three. No good. Fight for the rebound. Simon Keating comes up with it. Not the shot we wanted there.
No.
Ethan Jefferson.
Drought did a nice job of pulling that ball out and finding Brady Moore. Brady Moore forced a little bit. This time, you want to run some clock. You got a nice, comfortable lead. No
Nelson,
need for a bad
baseline.
Shot.
He kicks out to Jefferson over to Snap. Snap fires for three. He's been cold all night. He misses another one. And Green comes up with the rebound around the free throw line, kicks it over to Nelson. Nelson fires for three. He hits it. 62-46, 2:04 remaining. Timeout called by Newport and Coach Rod Snap. Mercy. A lot of action there. A flurry of action, as they say.
Flurry of action, Mike. Which again we talked about. This is why the Tigers have been able to extend their lead. They've forced the tempo. They got to the point where Newport was unable to be patient on offense and hold the ball like they wanted to. And again, the defensive, mentally the defensive focus has been much better this fourth quarter for the Tigers, and they've been efficient on the offensive end.
Just want to recap, also talked about earlier in the game, the JV team led by Coach Ross Hart. They moved to 4-0 with a 58-23 win over Newport. Scoring for the JV tonight, Ty Evanston with 16 points. Fantastic game by that young man. Carson Way with 11 points. Trevor Logue, 10. Nazario Pangala with 5 points. Freshman Maddox Kelly. I'm not sure if you've seen this young man play, Mr. Greg Bogears. He finishes with 5 points. Sam Stacy with 4. Mikey Murphy buries a 3 in the fourth quarter.
Boy, Mikey.
Listen, I taught him everything I knew. He can knock down those threes almost as good as I used to.
Attaboy.
Do you believe that?
No, not at all, Mike. I'm sorry.
Katie's nodding her head. She's saying no as well. I don't know what's up with that. Carl Gabbard with 2 points and Mitchell Berger with 2 points as well. So congratulations to our JV Tigers. On the floor for the Tigers, Cameron Boyd, Will Downton, Cameron Decker, Brady Moore, and Scotty Drought. 2:04 remaining. Scotty gets it into Will. Full court press here by the Wildcats. Thompson all over Will Downton. Downton dribbles up the middle of the floor, top of the key. Free throw line, spins, backs it out. Coach Getz standing in between the chairs now, not in front of the chairs. Brady Moore dribbles towards top of the key, defended by Jefferson. He kicks it over to Boyd. Boyd over to Brady Moore, baseline. Back out to Scotty, standing on the Tiger ball. 1:40 remaining. How will the Newport respond right here? Scotty, trap, kicks it over, turnover. Tried to find Brady Moore, but sailed it a little bit out of bounds. Newport will take over. Evan Snap checks in. Caleb Thompson, offense for defense. Keandre Nelson, what are the odds Keandre Nelson takes his shot? 62-46. Evan Snap, left wing. Back to Nelson, over to Keating. Nelson, I called it with the shot. Misses it. Cameron Decker with another rebound. He gets it to Brady Moore, 1:16 remaining, 62-46. Scotty trapped. They're going to finally call a foul on Alex Green. I was wondering how much longer they were going to let that one go.
Yeah, no kidding, Mike.
We'll call that on Ethan Jefferson. That's his third. And Scotty will head to the line 4-2. Tigers in the double bonus. And Scotty hits the first free throw, 63-46. Just a fantastic second half by that young man.
Absolutely, Mike.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And second free throw falls as well. That'll make it 64-46. Tigers lead by 18. Newport, Alex Green, bring the ball down the floor, defended by Down. Bounces it over to Nelson, over to Jefferson, finds Snap in the corner. Snap back out to Jefferson. Jefferson barely gets away with that one. Top of the key, kicks it to Green. Green top of the key.
Ooh,
free throw line, almost loses it. Desperation jumper, no good.
Nice
rebound
Scotty
by
Drought.
Drought wanted to throw it down the floor, but the senior, experienced, smarter, more mature basketball-wise, Scotty Drought did not take the bait. And they're going to call a foul there. Foul on Alex Green. That's his third. Scotty heads back to the line for two more. Greg, this is how you respond to a heartbreaking loss.
You know,
put it behind you, you move on.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, if you look at the five guys on the floor for Beechwood versus the five guys on the floor for Newport, you have mismatches all over the place, right? This is an easy game for guys to come in and say, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to put the ball on the floor every time I touch it and look to score. Beechwood's done a great job of sharing the ball. We talked about before the game, where's the team chemistry going to be at? Where's the mental aptitude going to be at? And I imagine Coach Getz is very happy with those two things tonight.
No doubt. Scotty hits the second free throw, misses the first, 65-46, 37 seconds left. Keandre Nelson, runner. Oh, they're going to count the basket. He is going to head to the
NBA continuation there, Mike?
That's exactly what that was, and he will go to the line for a charity free throw. 34.8 seconds remaining, 65-48. On the floor for the Tigers, Ruben Recton seeing action here late in this game. Cameron Herget, Ty Evanston, Will Downton, and Brady Moore. Free throw good by Keandre Nelson. Before we get to the end of this, Keandre Nelson's had a great game. He is a fantastic player. Another in a long line of standout superstar players for Newport and Coach Snap.
And he's gutting it out. He's a little gippy right now, and he's gutting it out. And he's really been.
Yeah, no.
For Newport, he's been the only consistent scorer for him. Unfortunately, he's gone cold in this.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so much one player can do. Evan Snap, he's usually a really reliable three-point shooter. He hasn't hit anything. I think he had one three-pointer tonight. Alex Green, he just ran into a buzzsaw defensively. Not a great matchup for him. So that leaves the only option then is Keandre Nelson. So that's why we're at a 16-point lead with 26 seconds to go. So Tigers will move to 5-1. The next game will be Friday night in Lexington. They will take on Lexington Christian. Greg, a rematch of the football state championship game.
That's right, Mike, yeah.
So that will be interesting. Mitchell Berger, sophomore Mitchell Berger checks in. Brady Moore will take a seat. Will Doughton at the line. And then Saturday night, the Tigers will host the Royal Raiders here. Doughton at the line. Free throw is good. 66-49. Will, and again, we don't have the stat sheet, but Will has played an outstanding game as well. I mean, came up big in a couple of crucial spots, Greg. Second free throw, good. Carson Way, he checks in. Will take a seat. Nice game by that young man. 26 seconds to go, 67-49. Alex Green brings the ball down the floor, dribbles between his legs. Over to Jefferson, back to Green. Green thinks about driving, backs it out now, dribbles to his right, and gets it to Caleb Thompson, who buries a three. 67-52. That'll make it a 15-point game. Ty Evanston brings it across the timeline, over to Way. Carson will let this one go down to the buzzer, and that will do it. Your Beechwood Tigers knock off Newport 67-52. With the win, the Tigers move to 5-1. Newport, with the loss, drops to 1-4. Fantastic response to a really tough loss on Saturday night. And now the rest of the season, we can attack it with vim and vigor, as they say.
Absolutely.
Greg Polgears. We will go ahead. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to get the stat sheet from the stat man, Kevin Dallas, who always takes care of us. Chance Ball, his runner, his courier, so to speak. I'm sure he will bring up the final sheets for us. But fun night here, and we're going to take that break. Katie, take us away. Go. All right, welcome back. We are here where your Tigers in the Den have knocked off the Newport Wildcats 67-52 behind an outstanding effort by especially the seniors of the Wildcats, led by Scotty Dry with 29 points, 7 rebounds, 13 of 18 from the free throw line. But the Tigers able to fight off an upset-minded Newport. With us, making his Beechwood Sports Radio Network debut, Coach Brian Volpenheim. Coach, how we doing?
Doing all right. Happy to be here. Surprised it took you guys so long to get me up here.
Awesome. You know, hey, Coach Getz, he loves his airtime.
He likes the spotlight, no doubt about that.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the win. Just first of all, your thoughts on the win, and in particular, the importance of a win like this after a tough loss over the weekend.
No doubt. I think it was pretty clear. We had a tough one on Friday. Kind of hung over there for the first quarter or so. I thought Newport came out, and kudos to them. They played tough. They played well. They shot the ball better than they normally do, and they really brought it to us that first quarter. I think we settled down. We kind of got that mojo, that swagger back that I think we kind of lacked a bit at times against St. Henry, but we found it again, and we preached that a lot, just going out there, having fun, getting back to that style of basketball that we played at times during St. Henry and really the entire season up to now.
Yeah, Coach, one thing Mike and I talked about quite a bit was the importance of getting good shots against Newport and converting those shots, turning them into baskets, because obviously you all had a lot of mismatches on the floor, but it was about playing good team basketball, making that extra pass so you can get the easy shot, get the easy bucket, but then turn around and get your press going, because when you all compress Newport, that's when you start to really create some havoc, and you all forced 13 turnovers tonight.
Yeah, that was our point of emphasis, and I think we forced a lot of turnovers, and honestly, our turnovers weren't a problem. I think we had 5 or 6.
5, yeah.
But some of those bad shots were turnovers.
Right.
We had some. We've definitely forced some that we've stressed getting good ones, because as you can see, we passed the ball around a little bit. We could eventually get whatever shot we wanted. So we kind of exploited there offensively in the end of the third and the fourth, and we started sharing the ball like we're used to. So.
There were 2 points in the second quarter and in the fourth quarter. Third quarter, where Newport started to make a little bit of a run, started to put the Tigers a little bit on their heels, and it looked like your senior leadership started to take over. In particular, led by Scotty and Will. First, I want to talk about Scotty's performance: 29 points, 7 rebounds, 13 of 18 from the line. And Greg and I talked about, especially in the second half, might be one of the best halves he's played in basketball in his career here. Talk about that.
And you said it's basketball; it's not just scoring.
Yes.
First of all, scoring-wise, he's as efficient as we've seen him. At least I've seen him 2 years being here, taking great shots. He's knocking them down. Free throw line, he obviously looks much better. But he had a play down here where I think it was a deflection, or he got a block or something. And then he sprinted down the other end and had a boundary play where he deflected and saved it out of bounds on the floor. And that's the kind of stuff that, as a senior, our guys were really stressing. And him doing that is such a huge deal, because it sets the example. So, of course, we were feeding Scotty there, especially in the post, because nobody could really guard him. But he's doing so many other things that scoring, while, of course, is important, he's leadership-wise, he's doing some amazing things. We could not be really happier with Scotty's play.
Yeah, and that's another thing Greg and I have. We've seen it from our very high, lofty position, uneducated position, so to speak, maybe. But how happy are you as a coach? It is, you guys have spent so much time with him, growing him, nurturing that knowledge and that maturity. How happy are you guys to see that this year? To see things like that occurring.
In fact, we were talking about the other day, and me as kind of the outsider, still growing with Scotty, but I, of course, remember Scotty, watching him, just being a high school basketball fan, and knowing at first he's kind of a spot-up shooter.
Yeah,
he'll drill it, and to see where he is now, defensively and with those hustle plays and toughness, and, of course, scoring in completely different ways from the post, taking to the basket, hitting a jump shot, and, of course, shooting the three ball. It's unbelievable. And like I said, he put a lot of work into it. He deserves all the praise he's going to get.
Will Downton finishes 17 points, 6 to 12 shooting. 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, 3 assists, 3 steals, I believe. Yeah, 3 assists and 3 steals. And it seemed like, especially in the second half, first quarter in the second half, there were points where he came up really big, and he was making good decisions. He was making shots. Talk about his performance tonight, and, like Scotty, his growth this year.
Yeah, Willie's been great. Again, not because of scoring, because he just seems to bring energy that nobody else has. 5th game of the season. Weird preseason. You can tell our legs for most of our guys are not under us.
Right.
But you see Willie Dowden, he can go for days. We put him at the top of that press, and he gets deflection, he gets steals. He just brings energy.
He's got such long arms.
Oh man, he kind of.
He's like a spider monkey out there.
Even when they're by his side, he just kind of he gets his hands on everything. He's shooting the ball extraordinarily well. If you come to practice, my goodness, Willie Dowden is absolutely stroking it. But again, bringing other things. He's always very positive on the sideline, encouraging his guys. And if you see just kind of our team culture, spraying to help each other up, and our bench coming to adapt the guys up, it's all good, especially after that tough one on Friday. So it's good to bounce back.
Yeah. Coach, talk about your team defense a little bit, because that's one thing that I've really enjoyed watching this year is your all's team defense, whether you're in a half-court zone or full court 2-2-1 trapping press. You always have 5 guys on the floor. They're athletic, so they can really trap and wreak havoc. I think probably a couple times, a little bit in the first half. I know, I was a little critical of Stroud in the first half, because I think a couple times he gave up the baseline when you shouldn't have. A couple times there's a couple other guys that were kind of slow to rotate from the help side. But in the second half, it was like that was all rectified. You all really got after on the defensive end. I know Stroud stepped up and contested a shot by Nelson, stepped up, took a charge. Your team defense has really overall been just phenomenal this year.
Yeah, that was a stressor at halftime, because I think at times we try to throw so much stuff at our guys, because we want to try all these different looks, especially against Newport. We wanted to try our full court trap. We want to try our half court trap. We want to try our zone press. We want to try all those things. So when we're trying to communicate those, we're still not where we want to be. You put into place, Hergs and Brady Moore coming off football, still have a lot of work to do there, and just the communication issue we're still working on. But when they're all on point, they're all doing what they're supposed to do, man, it's scary. I think for a possession, they were stuck on the floor for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you and Mike already talked to it, and, I didn't mention it specifically, but, Will Downton is, 6'2", 6'3", 7-foot wingspan, and you put him on the point guard. I mean, that's just fun to watch.
For an opposing point guard, that's pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
And Decker's the same way, where he's not as athletic as Willie, because nobody is.
Right.
But he gets his hands on balls at the front of that press like nobody's business. And the way he's rebounding right now on the defensive end, it's noticeable when he leaves the game, because we struggle to rebound at times.
Well, it is a unique advantage to have that kind of length that they can guard on the perimeter. I mean, it's awesome to see. One last player specifically I want to talk about. 2 big buzzer-beating shots by Cameron Boyd tonight, the sophomore, who has turned into a very nice 6-man for you guys, and he also ties a season high with 10 points. Talk about the 2 shots and how critical they were to staving off the comeback attempt by Newport, but also his development this year.
Those are so big for momentum, and he might not think a lot of it because just a putback, but being in the right place, right time, just going to the huddle or halftime with that bucket is so big, which I don't know if he realizes. We talked about that, because end of quarter we have situations for everything, but if he can go in there and make a hustle play and get a bucket, any of our guys, it's so big. And we are beyond excited for Cam Boyd, just because we know what his potential is. We don't think he's there yet. I think he's still getting used to the varsity game.
Right.
Things are a little quick, but his teammates trust him. The coaching staff trust him. We just got to get Boyd to trust himself as much as we do, because that's what we want. We want him sitting in the corner. We want him knocking down open shots. We want him attacking the basket. We have the utmost faith that he can go out there and just get buckets. He just got to get there confidence-wise.
Boy, he's shown flashes, hasn't he?
No
doubt. Great, good.
Well, Mike, I want to switch gears a little bit. So
yes,
if
good.
If you got some basketball-related questions, go ahead, and then I'll jump in.
Okay, so I want to jump in on that as well. But real quick, so we move on to Friday night. We travel on the road to Lexington Christian, a rematch for the state championship football game, and then Ryle on Saturday. You talk about the importance of keeping the ball rolling.
Yeah, it was kind of a sad locker room here to start, without a doubt. Everybody's thinking about it. But then we break down, we're 5-1, and we're looking good. And there's no easy ones. It's like an NBA schedule. Coach says it all the time, where we're going to have to be ready to go three or four times a week. So and the importance of keeping that ball rolling. So when we get to those ones that really matter, your district games, we are ready to go. So especially first time going on the road, kind of getting used to that, riding the bus, doing all those sort of procedural things will be a big deal.
Yeah.
And then a quick turnaround where we have to travel back from Lexington, wake up kind of early, and get Ryle, who's always tough as nails, here early afternoon. It's just important we show up and do what we're supposed to do.
All right, Greg, switch gears.
All right, Coach. Just before I go down the road, I'll preface this a little bit. I know you're somewhat, probably not so much a newlywed anymore, but you're recently married, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
September. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Katie wanted us to make sure we mentioned that.
So
very excited.
So
I'm sure my wife is just locked in right now to this. So.
I bet she is. Riveting on the edge of her seat. So I gave Coach Getz a hard time the first 2 weeks of the season because Wednesday night scheduling was killing us. So that finally we got a Tuesday night game. Yep. So tomorrow night we'll all be at home on our couches tuning in.
And even the Muskies they're not playing either. They usually play Wednesday. So
you guys have a free night.
We got a free night. We can tune in to the fifth major professional sports. Let's talk about how that's going, Volpe. You're caught up a little bit in a long jam there in the middle with 80 team points. But Mrs. Volpe is sitting second last at 20 points. Whereas, hey, we know Coach Getz loves to talk about it. I've been dead last for since the inception of this league. But here I am sitting in last with 10 points, separated by 10 points from Mrs. Volpe, right? And my number one draft pick came back after being eliminated, Ashley. So what do you think? What do you think, Coach? Am I going to be able to catch her or what?
I think you'll be able to catch her. I really think she kind of she just wants everybody to like her, and she just whooped you guys last season. So I think she gave it to this time. But no, she's disappointed. I had to confess, though, we like it so much we're in 2 leagues. So she's almost forgot about it. We're cheating on you.
Oh,
this is unbelievable.
Man,
I know.
that hurts.
Well,
I know.
That hurts. I would never do such a thing.
A couple things. One, I was boxed out of getting into the league, so I'm not. I refuse to go down that road.
You would have wanted to get in that gambling situation. You would have wanted to try that.
No,
okay.
I tend to go down that road. But listen, I get it. I respect you guys. Greg is very passionate about this. It comes up a lot.
Is there a little
Go ahead.
One final question, Mike?
No,
then
please,
it's all yours.
please.
Is there a little bit of a rivalry between you and your wife? Wednesday nights you guys watch together and get after it, talk a little smack, or not really?
In fact, so much so that those Wednesdays game are okay for us because she gets to watch it by herself, and I get to go home. I get to watch it for myself. She can cuss and do all her things, and I can get upset my own way when my players don't do their thing. That's something we do separately.
Now, shout out to my wife, right? This is her first year in the league, Mike. Obviously, I did not help her draft. You know why? You know how you can tell I did not help her draft?
Yeah,
because she's sitting in third place right now.
She's
doing well.
Yeah.
She's doing well.
Clearly.
So.
Well, she I'm sure she's wised up to all of that as well. She knows how to handle that kind of stuff. Okay, so a couple things. I just want to back up for a second. So what year did you graduate from Holy Cross?
2009.
Okay, 2009. So you played under Coach Getz for how many years?
All 4.
All 4 years. Talk about that. What was that like for you?
I've thought Coach Getz is the best coach in the area since I started. He started. He got the varsity job as a freshman. I think he made a mistake, and he knows a couple times he didn't bring me up as a freshman.
I love it.
He didn't give me enough touches.
When I
was an upperclassman, but and honestly, he's X's know he's always been the man, and I've always kind of connected with him, and just the way he talks to the kids and he gets attached to kids is fantastic. Hell, it's the reason I kind of came over this way to learn from the best, and I think he's the best, and it's been tremendous, my learning experience so far.
Well, that's awesome. I know he speaks glowingly about his whole staff, but he will if you catch him at the right moment, he'll also talk to you a long time about how glad he is to have you on his staff. So that goes both ways, the mutual respect. One thing I was talking. So you coached Beechwood 7th grade for a season.
6th grade. Yeah.
6th grade. Okay, walk me through that journey for you, your coaching journey.
So I knew my dad, who was on the staff too at that point. He was a varsity coach way back when at Glen Estee up in West Claremont, and I remember being in the gym with him and watching all these. Knew I wanted to coach basketball from the start.
You fell in love with it.
Of course.
Right.
And once I got out of really in college my dad was close with Coach Getz, and I was close with Coach Getz. And once that 6th grade job opened up and I was able to do it, I was still looking for a teaching job. I was right out of college, so I did that, and it was awesome. In fact, it was the seniors from last year, so it was very cool to see that group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Beechwood and those guys, so it was awesome to kind of reconnect there. But then I finally got a teaching job and went down to Dayton High School, where there I was lucky enough, again, to have kind of a connection, and I started coaching there right off the bat, which helps you tremendously in the classroom, and also that's one of the things I really wanted to do. So I went from JV, and then the varsity job was kind of handed me on the platter. I was lucky enough to do that for a few years down there.
And then the return to Beechwood. Walk me through that.
I love Dayton more than anything. The best 5 years down there, I think, was the greatest start to my career, and I was not going to leave it for just anything. In fact, I had not applied to a job until I would look namely at Beechwood because of Coach Getz and the basketball program, just how it is progressing. So, again, I applied, didn't think I was going to get it. Just not a lot of experience, but it's a testament to the whole administration, not just basketball-wise here, that I was lucky enough to land the English job, and from that on, I think I've been in the gym constantly when I'm up here. So,
yeah, couldn't ask for a better program to be a part of,
no
right?
doubt. I mean, if they let me stay here for the next 35 years, I think I'll do that.
That's awesome. Greg, do you have anything else for Coach?
No, I don't. Just a quick fun fact.
Yeah, we love this.
Dayton High School, right?
Yes.
What famous coach got their start at Dayton High School, Mike?
Come on, are you serious?
I'm asking you. Not all of our listeners
he's
know this, but I know you know it.
I know
you know it.
I know what you're doing here.
I know you know it, but not all of our listeners know this, and I've always been fascinated by this.
El Hombre, the man, John Wooden.
John Wooden,
Even
that's right. The pyramid of success, man.
Even more of a fun fact, who has more wins at Dayton High School than the man, John Wooden himself?
Don't tell me it's you, Volpe.
He only coached their first season. They were really bad. It took me 3 seasons. But you better believe it. You better believe I do.
That's awesome.
Hey, that's right. At the end of the day, you put that on a resume. More wins than John Wooden. You don't have to put numbers down. Just say more wins than John Wooden.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. You knocked it out of the park. We, I know you probably don't hear this enough. We're blessed to have you as part of this community. These kids adore you in the classroom, on the court, coaching them. Great job.
I appreciate it.
Great job.
Thank you guys for everything you do. Obviously, underappreciated as well.
Hey, we're sick
Thanks,
fans.
Volpe.
We're sick
Thanks.
fans. We love it. We love it.
Thanks for spending time tonight with us, brother.
All right,
you.
congratulations on the win. We'll talk to you over the weekend. Hey, man, we just get one great interview after another.
It's been fun, hasn't it?
It's us, right? It's us.
It is us, man. We're just a couple dudes hanging out talking basketball. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong?
So that now, all the LOLs aside, I mean, look, I've said this about Coach Rash, said it about Coach Gray.
Yes.
The reason you're successful, the reason you build a program to the elite level that Beechwood's at is because you have great assistant coaches, and that guy, Volpenheim, Coach Volpenheim, one of the best pickups Coach Getz has had. I mean, and that last part I said, that's the real deal. Those kids love that guy, and they want to play for him, and they want to work hard for him. So he's just like I said, and that's not just not announcer speak cliche.
Right.
We are blessed to have him. The school is, and these kids are. So that was pretty cool. To get to talk to him.
And Mike, I'm biased, but you show me another small school in the state of Kentucky that has the foundation, the coaching, and the overall success of the athletic programs like Beechwood High School has.
There isn't one. There isn't one.
No doubt.
And we are blessed to be a part of it as well. So
Absolutely.
couple thank yous. Thank you to Katie Murphy for patiently making sure that this thing gets pulled off without a hitch. Thank you to Tim Lillard, Brandon Von Brom, and Ryan Booth for doing all the background work so we can do this thing. And thank you, everyone, for listening to us, or listening and watching tonight on Boxcast. Greg, another win. We got a great season ahead of us. Can't wait to do this weekend. Anything else from you? If not, take us out of here.
That'll do it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Go Tigers.